everybody, I'm here today with a driving lesson on turning right and left. In this video, I'll be going over the basics for learning to drive with regards to making these types of turns. With that being said, let's get right into the video. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to explain it as I'm demonstrating it. So I'm going to put the car in drive. I'm going to start off by talking about the steering aspect. Then I'll talk about the safety precautions that you should do and also where you should be looking. All right, let's start moving. I'm going to start off by making a right-hand turn. So like I said, I'm going to start off by talking about the steering. So I'm going to go and do all my safety precautions and I'll explain them after. But with regards to turning, you want to know roughly how much to turn the steering wheel. So as you can see, I'm about to start the turn. I know to turn the steering wheel about this much, which is about 70%. I held it there and then I'm releasing it just like that. I'm going to make another right-hand turn. Just as you can see right here, I'm coming to a stop sign. Now, once again, I'm going to make a right-hand turn and I know to hold the steering wheel as I turn it about this much. And then I can release it. So you see what I'm doing there is I'm turning the steering wheel, holding it and releasing it. Turn, hold, and release. I'll make a left-hand turn now. This is what it's going to look like. As you can see, I'll give you a clear view, just like that, holding it and releasing it. And the key is practice, because at the beginning of when you're learning to drive, you're not really going to know how much you have to turn the steering wheel to hold it in position. You might turn it too much, which is called oversteering, or you might turn it too little, which is called understeering. But the more that you practice, the better that you'll be at estimating how much to turn the wheel. So the key there is just practice, and the best thing that you can do, honestly, is to just go ahead and make like 50 right-hand turns and 50 left-hand turns whenever you are starting to drive, whenever you're learning to drive. Just make 50 turns to the right and 50 turns to the left every single time. And once you've done that, you know, with 5 or 6 sessions, you'll be able to know roughly how much to turn the wheel with a lot of precision. Now, I should also say that as you're making these turns, when you're holding the wheel, you're not holding it exactly in position. You're holding it while making micro adjustments. As you can see, I'm going to do it right now. And when I was holding it there, I was just making tiny little adjustments to perfect the curvature of that turn. So you can go ahead and make those little micro adjustments as you're turning. All right. So that's basically the steering aspect. And like I said, practice makes perfect. Now, the next thing that I want to outline is the safety aspect. So obviously, as you're approaching a stop sign, if there is a stop sign when you're going to turn, you have to get ready to come to a complete stop. If there isn't a stop sign, then you have to make sure that it's safe to proceed, safe and legal to proceed before you proceed. So once again, if there is a stop sign, you have to stop. If there's not a stop sign, you have to see if you still must come to a stop, because let's say there's a pedestrian crossing or there's a car in the oncoming lane of traffic that you have to yield to, or if it's safe to proceed. But even if there isn't a stop sign, you should be slowing down as you're turning, just so that it's clear. Now, what you're also going to do is you're going to put your signal on. If you're turning left, you signal left. If you're turning right, you signal right. Like right now, I'm turning left, so I've signaled left. It's pretty simple and straightforward. And you want to put your signal on well in advance, so that everyone knows what your plans are. You don't want to just, you know, start turning and then put your signal on mid-turn. You want to put it on in advance. You also want to check your rear view mirror and your side mirror on the side that you're turning towards. So if you're making a right-hand turn, you check your right side mirror. If you're making a left-hand turn, you check your left side mirror. And then you also want to check your side blind spot, okay? So the blind spot that is on the appropriate side. If you're making a left-hand turn, you're going to check your left blind spot. If you're making a right-hand turn, you're going to check your right blind spot. It's pretty simple and straightforward. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and make this turn right now. Sorry about that, I have a little itch in my nose. I'm going to make this turn right now, make a left-hand turn, no stop sign at this intersection. So I'm going to put my signal on, slowing down, my left signal's on. I'm checking my rear view mirror, my left side mirror, my left blind spot. Now I'm turning the wheel, holding it in position, and releasing it. And now I accelerate now that I've finished the turn. And that's basically it. It's a very, very simple and straightforward process. And the key is to practice. I cannot emphasize this enough. The more that you practice, the better that you'll be at making right and left-hand turns safely, smoothly, and effectively. If you are learning to drive, which I'm assuming that you are doing because you're watching this video, then you need to be able to make those right and left-hand turns effectively. And the best thing to do is practice. Like I said, make 50 right-hand turns and 50 left-hand turns every single time that you drive, every single time that you're practicing driving, and and you'll be great at making those turns. I really hope that you've enjoyed this video. Be sure to give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Let me know what you think down below as a comment, and of course be sure to subscribe for more great car and driving videos just like this one. And that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching.